Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. On hard mode, trying to get the Life Found Away achievement and the Carnivore achievement. The Life Found Away is simply about surviving, but Carnivore achievement's more the challenge. I'm using Pacus to potentially get that. I'm pretty sure this is going well, but it's not Pacu meat that I actually want. It's Jawbow meat. I built a Jawbow tank. I think it is now time to go after one of these guys. I may lose a wild critter here in the process. This guy's 47, this guy's 50. Move the 50, cycle Jawbow over here. Priority. Dig around this, hoping to avoid some splash with polluted water. Gonna have to go through a little bit of liquid. It's probably gonna keep reappearing because we're kind of going between warm and cold spots. That's a priority, maybe. So only one, or maybe there's two dupes. I think there's just one dupe that can go through obsidian. Aloes, I believe. Speaking of, there's Aloes. And I've got some great advice from Cedric. Actually, this is the first one, is just to throw the Jawbow. Oh, let's take that out too. Jawbow in, even if you're going to go lose a wild. But there's more advice coming. That'll starting with this. So we'll get a ladder going down so we can get in there. Someone got into wrangle. I might be able to do this now. Alright, so that critter is on the way. Let me show you another piece of advice, because I was struggling with this last time. I need to continually, until I get this where I want it, I need to continually destroy and raise this, but I don't want to drop algae, have some of these go tame, and never even thought, if I just empty this first, as Cedric had mentioned, then take, oh, that's unfortunate. The dupe was just, I should have let them load in. So many things to watch. Let's have that be relocated up there. Make that a priority thing. Raptor, maybe you could grab it mid-air. Probably not. Oh, you did. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, now we will destroy this. And then raise it. Hopefully by the time I'm done this, we should see a Jawbow in this tank. In fact, I can even, maybe I'll make a weight of 2. And Jawbow will give you fillet, make that a priority thing. Take one of these guys out to feed that. Let's put in our feeder wood. That might be, I'm a little bit worried that might be too high. Let's put that right there. Okay, Jawbow is not been on the move. Why? Okay, so they've been wrangled. Someone needs to pick them up, please. Okay, good job. We need to put this back. So we want to feed algae, but we also have sea comb. Not a lot of it, but starting to get a bit more of that together. In fact, I wonder if I should knock over some of these wild ones or just let that be. Just let that be for now so I can maintain my wild population, though. Here we go. Jawbow's eating from this guy. He's ate from the feeder. Wildness is at 100%, and he will start to become tame. Noticing a little bit of a buildup of hydrogen. That is a good sign for power, but I don't want this whole place to flood. Also some skills to give out. Brocky. Let's give you some carrying ability. So we want to store some of this hydrogen in here. We're going to actually change the hydrogen line to go down in this direction since our hydrogen plant is on this side anyways. Sure, we've got some food. No, we don't. Okay, we'll continue to attack to provide some food there. These guys are eating from the feeder. Eggs are automatically being scooped up and brought in here. So I want to make sure you're happy. Off installing our gas reservoir. Okay, so I'm going to cut this right there. Now we've got a spot for hydrogen to accumulate, and I'll come up with our next project. So doing a little bit of an experiment above this Pacu area. First of all, putting in an incubator. That should be a pretty standard thing. Once this guy lays an egg, we can rush the next Jawbow. But yeah, very curious how this next little section is going to work out. The ladder right here, we'll take this out, giving a little bit room for construction. What I'm wondering here is if I can get in a deep freezer, mini deep freezer, that would automatically kill these guys. Because my understanding is that if I can get their temperature below -20, we can automatically convert them to meat. And not only that, if this works, we'll get the ability to store it in deep freezer so it won't go bad until we actually need it. And then the hope is we'll be able to, we'll get this built first, just make sure that we have an auto sweeper that can grab this. Pretty sure that the auto sweeper will be able to touch right here. Okay, so with that built. Yeah, that looks good right at that point. And this auto sweeper will have two jobs. One to restock the eggs in this little room. And the other is to feed this guy. Technically that can't reach, but maybe I should continue dumping in more water. So we're going to put in liquid pipe right there, or rather the vent. Put in some of the brine. Let's just make sure we've got hydrogen. Okay, we've got hydrogen on the way. We don't need a lot. So hydrogen at both these locations. Let's take these out now. In my thinking, if I drop eggs off here instead, that might be really cool. So effectively this, I guess. Make that a priority thing. Let's attack one of these guys. Make sure that we've continued to have food in here. We have some. Oh, right. And there's something else. Before I seal this off, I need a way of actually cooling it. Should be pretty easy. Do cooled amalgam like this and come back. Oh, insulate it. Hold on. I'm going to put a metal tile right there. So we definitely want that. That go back up. Okay, so with that, let's put in metal tile made out of gold sitting right there. Be careful here. I don't want to do, well, wouldn't be the worst thing actually if I transfer water between one and the other. But I don't want Pacus to go over. Maybe that would be actually bad. Alright, so we'll do this. Put a ladder right there. And I think maybe this could be a really cool thing, or maybe I will find some reason why this is a terrible idea. So putting in a little bit of automation here, realizing that I should have taken the temperature, so we'll have to pop back in to add this little thermosensor. We're also going to have a liquid conveyor, or a conveyor loader. That's going to be controlled essentially by this critter sensor. If we get low in the number of critters, essentially we want to take some of the eggs that are over here and push them over. Shouldn't be the case at the moment, but later on. Okay, so let's store that. And of course, we've got a thermoregulator that can take some hydrogen to cool this area off. Okay, let's verify we have just hydrogen and just hydrogen. Excellent. Let's complete our installation down there. And I'll take this out like that, and I'll replace this with the gas bridge right at that location. So this guy here is going to have I think it works the opposite of the way the door is open. When the door is open, we get a true signal. So that's the case when we go below, let's say, I'll make it 10, which should not be right now. So we're getting a false, which is hopefully, yeah, limiting this auto sweeper from accessing this guy. So this is going to be dedicated to Pacu eggs. Pacu eggs right there. Okay. Water or brine. No. What? Okay, something funny is happening here, and I don't understand it. But yeah, brine is just not pushing the water up, if that makes any sense, and that's causing breakage and leakage. This could be exceptionally bad. I'm gonna have to think of an idea how to solve this. My first attempt to solve this is thinking if I create and then destroy tiles here, that might force the brine to make its way up to not be overpressured. Oh, dupes. Work fast. Work really, really fast. Okay, let's start seeing if this is actually a thing. Dupes. Work exceptionally fast. Oh, I think that just did it. Okay. All right. So, question is this just going to keep happening? Because I like what's happening here because we're getting brine kind of on this side. I could either just keep an eye on this or switch to water. I don't want to have to process brine to water just yet, mostly because it takes a lot of power. Huh. Okay, going forward, this might be a bit messy. Keep an eye on this. We should see some fixing of tiles. Okay, crisis averted for the moment. Let's see if this system goes online. Essentially, this was supposed to... Oh, yeah, and it didn't set a temperature. Set that to maybe if you are above -30. Do some cooling. I see we are going to need another transformer dedicated to this. Okay, I'm going to take a transformer to feed this whole section. Looks like we've got some dupes looking for something to do. Maybe just do some digging. More digging. Okay, so that should be enough power to run this guy. Current temperature's way too warm, but that will go down pretty soon. This guy looks like it needs to rise. So I'll do this standard setup. Oh, that throws. Don't go. Oh. This could be painful. It's a little annoying how that throws that to the side. Okay, I thought that Jawbow was going for that. Okay, good job, dupes. Okay, let's take that out. I'm hoping... No, there's no way. Eventually I will be able to make that reach. What I'd love to be able to do is have that sitting right there, but that'll be a later on thing. Put that right there for now, so at least it doesn't flood. And where are you in terms of 59%? Starting to get some Pacu. Hey, look at this. I love that. Okay. And the temperatures are already negative inside there. Make sure the hydrogen is looking good too. Minus 50 on that. Okay. Pacu. No, not Pacu. That's Jawbow fillet. Do that high priority. We'll put in maybe 2 kilograms worth. Do some attacking here. Someone should be... Yep, there we are. Okay, so that's been stocked up and ready to go. What about the... Oof, same thing. Should have done shale. Getting this exact same problem. Maybe if we stay on top of this, this could work. Destroy. Ha, nice. Which should push up the liquid even more. Okay, so I'm going to have to keep my eye on that. But we might be ready for another project. So doing what I expect is going to be the final move of the fish feeder. I'll also put in an auto sweeper here. The other thing is I don't want to mix some of the eggs from these guys, as Cedric was pointing out. So I could actually block this off from the dupes so long as we had an auto sweeper that's going to take out the fish fillet from those wild guys. Oh, a little bit missed that. Let's put that right there. This will be quite nice because I can actually make the new fish feeder low priority and just give this a job to the auto sweeper. I'm stocking up. Okay, let's take that out now. Curious if I'm ever going to see Pacus in here now that we've got temperatures that are too cold for them. 18%. I might want to bring in the rest of the eggs too. I have to figure out how we're going to do that. Let's do this first. Okay, so we'll put in that fish feeder right there. You can do it, Carno. Okay, so that is going to be giving us algae and sea comb. Oh, right, I was going to do that low priority. Just curious. Okay, the dupes are in the process of loading that up. Yeah. I'm going to look... Oh, right. Let's do this first. So this is going to be for the edible fish fillet. Somewhere's in this list. Pacu fillet. That's why I couldn't find it. Block this off. And then I will see about possibly another food source for these guys. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we're fine. So I'm going to do the process of moving all the eggs that we have here over into here. Oh, right. We actually will want to have some water in here. Reason we don't need any more going there. Reason for that is I need a process of restocking the number of Pacus that are over here. Can find out how many I have. That was a manual process for me right now. Currently 11. Maybe we see if we can get up to 12. But let's move these guys over. The other thing I was going to investigate, something that Cedric said to look into, which was to get Mega Frond grain from this guy to be fed to the Pacus. I might be missing something, but I don't see that as a thing within the fish feeder algae dew seed. That would actually be super nice if that were the case. But anyways, let's worry about the transfer. If I can get this done, this could be like far more automated than I thought this was going to be. Now, the reason I'm bringing in liquid is because I want to put in one of these things to fish trap. Actually, maybe that can even be installed now. I think that is, that has automation ability. Okay, I'll have to get something to keep the rest of the dupes busy here. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this alone for a minute because I see a problem over here. We've got some of these plants that are getting too cold. I did insulate here thinking that might be enough, but it does not appear to be enough. So what we'll do, we've got no shortage of heat in the base itself. In particular, we've got this very warm area thanks to that volcano. So that actually may have been a good thing. So we'll have a water line that's going to go through here. Some radiant pipes right down here. We're going to move the water line to provide water from the top. Disconnect that. Let's see, hold on. Disconnect that. There we are. So we got our new water line in. Our liquid line. Go around, maybe just kind of dot in a few radiant pipes to really help out. Actually, you know what? We're no shortage of labor at the moment. Let's just really help this thing along. And I do see, I have to decide what I want. Okay, so you are not wild. Awesome. That's really cool. I've got this guy. The question is, do I use this guy as meat? Or do I throw them in for future meat? I see calories are quite low. Though, we do have an abundance of Pacus, so maybe we'll just thin them out. Oh, let's turn that off. Didn't realize that was a thing still. Oh, wait. Actually, hold on. Whoa. Yeah, I think ultimately I'll actually want to have that go into that. But did we get all the eggs removed and sent over here? I don't think we did. Oh, yeah, because... no, that's designed for Pacu eggs. Oh, right. But this guy is blocking it. Okay, so maybe I'll just temporarily, like, set that 64. I see. I see the error in my ways. You're taking eggs from here, which is going to send it back into yourself. Ah, okay. I might need to make this work. A temporary auto sweeper. That can... There's not much space to work with. Yeah, maybe just... Yeah, I don't want to have to bust that open because that would make these guys become crammed. I'll have to think about how I want to approach this. Oh, I know. What if we just... We already have this guy that can accept eggs. No, I don't want to have the dupes throw them all down. That would take forever. I think I've come up with a pretty simple system for this. I'm going to have Pacu eggs stored here. We'll do all critter eggs for that matter. We're going to do sweep only. Just want to make sure we don't get any wild eggs. I did block these guys, but there might be other locations where there's wild Pacu eggs. What? Oh, yeah. And let's just mark all these eggs to be moved over. There's a lot. Okay. Let's destroy this. Empty this out. Destroy that tile. That should send all the eggs down here. That auto sweeper should start removing them as they do. It's crowded temporarily, but shouldn't take the auto sweeper too long, you would think. Okay, so now it's nice to go through the tiles, so as soon as they're out there, there's no crowding. And, oh, whoa. I guess it doesn't matter, but yeah, have that like that. That's no longer needed. And, yeah, here we go. I think that is what, how we want it. Do we have Now we'll probably have some Pacu eggs that are going to be converted soon. No more water. What's the hold up there? What is the hold up there? Oh, sand. We've got a lack of sand. So I can see that filtration is going to be a bit of an issue. The next little bit won't be too bad because I can just go up here. I'm going to disable this guy because we did some insulation around here and I don't see some extremely hot temperatures leaking through anymore. So there is some sand. Let's see if I want to go further at some point. Oh, we'll need another ladder. Well, let's do this. We're going to have to figure out filtration. So this will buy us a little bit of time. I'm using a lot of water or sand just to fill this up. We'll no longer be using any more water. After this is full anyways, that is. Oh, okay. Now, hoping this is going to work. We've got these Pacu fries. Their health. Can I see their health? Happiness, health. Uh-oh. Not working. Oh, it's -4. Okay, maybe, yeah, it's just not cold enough. I wonder if I should place a second thermoregulator. It's adding a bit of heat, though it is a cold environment. Okay, I have to think about what to do. So we've got a few things going on. First of all, I've noticed that the hydrogen itself is not the problem. So we're going to actually do an AND gate here and check, because if it's cold enough, we don't want that thing to run. What I want to do, what I'm regretting doing, is not putting in more tiling here, or maybe more metal tiling like this with radiant pipes. Before we do that though, let's insulate along that way. But I also see some eggs here, that's another thing, and so we'll just do this. Let's do sweep only, high priority. Move these eggs over. And for Seacomb, I just realized, yeah, I could potentially get some in buried objects over here. Some over here, that's the seeds. And over here as well. But down this zone, I think carbon dioxide is going to be an issue, so figured put in some gas masks. Okay, I guess we won't need this anymore. And maybe do a little bit of mopping up. Okay, so if you are below -50, or above, sorry. And we need cooling in here, then run. So yeah, might as well stop it in this case, because it's not the hydrogen, though. Only thing is, I want it to still go round. What's the best way? Maybe like this, and slate it like that. Oh, let's not let that stick in there. Destroy that. Destroy that. Okay, so that's being picked up. Sent back in here. Alright, so if I take this out, I'll do a plan here to modify this. So we're going to start destroying along this way. I'm going to put in a second smoker. I like to visit these guys so they're not crammed in there. So just maybe put a ladder right there. We're trying to take this tile out so that we can minimize the amount of dupes getting drenched. Just curious, are you... Okay, you're still outputting. Also adding lighting in the smoker area. 13,000 calories. Ooh. Wow. I might. It's the first time I have made mush bars in a long time. Okay, let's make a priority of getting this done. Oh! Oh! No, this is not... Okay, didn't even think of that. Ah! Okay, first of all, I guess we're going to do big attack. You stay away from those, Jawbow. Stay away. Maybe we'll up this temporarily. Actually, this will help with our calorie situation, which is nice. Stay away, stay away, stay away. Oh, another one. Attack you. Hot Pacu fillets could be picked up. It's a high priority pickup, too. So, dupes, please. Get to it, get to it, get to it. Good, 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 good. Oh, another one. Okay, so. This is a very important build. We don't want any other little Pacus falling down. Right. Oh, another one. Keep missing them. Gonna put in another metal tile right there. Okay, so no, I was gonna say the floor is clear. It is not yet. Let's go over here. Oh, don't have that built just yet. Pacu fillet. Let's get that out of there. Where are we in terms of... Oh, you are now tame. Okay. Reproduction at 99%. So we should be getting a Jawbow egg from you. Now, did you just eat? Good. You eat from the feeder. Oh, and speaking of which, there's a Jawbow egg. Okay. So, we only have access to one Jawbow egg, so this must be the one that's going to be being put in there. For gold. Just wondering whether I use granite or gold to extend this. Just be... It won't be cheap. Let's use gold. Maybe cut that for now. Put that right there. Put in another gold tile right there. That out of gold amalgam down this way. Let's put in a little bit of insulation right there. Make that a priority thing. We ever get this built? We did. Okay, so let's copy this, put that there. Okay, and let's put in this and this. Maybe a priority on collecting that egg. And I've got one final tile, but I think I can turn the system back on. Okay, so we'll see how this does. Hoping that the very cold hydrogen that's flowing through here will interact a little bit better with those metal tiles. We got you lullabied. Let's take you out for now. And have a look at, see some tough meat. I am cooking tough meat. I am not. Okay. And let's tell them not to consume tough... Oh, wait. They can't consume tough meat anyway, can they? Smoked fish. Alright, so that's fine. So we should see some of this tough meat being picked up. And... So we've got another egg. Check, that's not wild. That's not wild. I moved. Oh, okay, I was going to say, I moved the guy that was here into this, so I was expecting to see two lums, but in actuality, we're not seeing that. I guess that's because, well, clearly that critter expired on us. But no problem, we got their next child available in here, all grown up. You're looking for food. I think you're gonna be fine. You're not starving yet. Okay. And what's going on? Do we not have enough gas masks? No, that's not the issue. Oh, it's a... Oh, how'd that become 4? Oh, 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 oh. And we are becoming too warm. Unfortunately. Really? That's made out of gold amalgam. Minus 35. We're talking about damage to overheating. Gold amalgam at 104 degrees. Oh. Okay, okay. Nuts. Where did we end up with not cold enough? So I think temporarily we're going to lower this thermoregulator down here. I don't think this guy's going to flood it. In fact, the fact that carbon dioxide doesn't interact with temperature very well may be really good that we've got very cool liquid that's falling on top of this guy. So you are happy. How many fish do we have in here? 10. I didn't do the automate. We'll do this first, and then we'll do the automation of transferring fish from here to over in here. Your lullaby effect still going. Oh, let's check. Okay, this is happening again. So let's go make that. Oh, this might push things up, so this isn't in a good spot anymore. Oh well. Can always move it. $25,000 calories. Largely mush fry. This is eventually going to become overpressured. We don't do... Oh, we got a critter stuck. Okay, yeah. Nah, double uck. Oh, and we've got a packet. So this priority here, in my mind, is to get this Pacu meat fillet out of there. Up there. Get you up there. Let's put you back in there. Make this a priority thing. Actually, make that a very high priority. Okay, now you can be destroyed, and I guess we're going to have to up this location just a little bit. Eventually, when we get liquid coming up to this point, maybe we can run this guy right there. In fact, I wonder if I should have just let that run there, but take the temperature. We'll put... Yeah, I've got... otherwise, we're just going to keep moving this thing up and up. Never mind. Abandon that mission. I'll still take that out. That and that. Going to be taking this out. We're going to be putting this back, but this time we're going to be taking the temperature of this area. Make sure that it's safe. I'll have to go below 125 though. Well, below that. Because the actual machine from here to here. In fact, we've got chlorine and carbon dioxide. I guess that kind of makes sense why we do. Maybe put in... Oh, we've got some polluted water here. I was thinking of carving this out to kind of... Alright, well, let's just get this done first. Have an automation here to say if if you're below 12, which I think we are right now, enable this. We're going to send Pacus in here. I don't know that Auto Sweeper can do this, but I guess we'll find out. Hold on. What's wrong? Yeah, right there would be good. Let's just hold off. I'm just curious. A little bit of an experiment. Okay, you can be removed. So we should be getting another egg. You're already at 36%. Okay, this is nice. Oh, whoa. But. Okay, just curious. Can we finally be in this situation? This would be super cool. That's sitting there. Accessible by this guy. Still have liquid on the way in, right? Yes. And let's choose a temperature of, I'm not sure, 45 degrees or below. Only run in that situation. A bit more wiring is needed though. Okay, and let's do Pacu fillet. No, not for Pacus. No. This is the Jawbow. Maybe just one. Okay, and let's just experiment on this quickly. I was just curious whether... I'm assuming no, but I'm assuming this is a dupe operation. Yeah, I would say that's the case. Oh, it looks like we need to arm that thing. Okay, it's now on a true. Now I understand. You can't have a fish in it with a false signal. So let's make that a priority thing. To instantly get this. Auto sweeper's not touching this thing. There we go. So that gives us, we still have a true, so this should be rearmed. Oh, this is nice. If this is the case, then we've got our ability to keep repopulating this tank. Now I don't have to watch that, which is super, super nice. Did we ever get, never checked. Okay, we've got some more seed combs. We did find some seeds up in these regions. What about you guys? You're still crowded. Okay, I'll see if I can do anything about that. I see a Jawbow egg here, so why don't we take you? Relocate you in here, actually, now that I think about it. And, yeah, I guess I will find out what we're doing next. Well, this whole setup, I think this may very well be good for today. Okay, we are still waiting for temperatures to go down here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, yeah. I need to fix that, don't I? So we will need this guy going back in like this guy going in like that. Maybe we can just cut that off. Few other things. Cedric was wondering if I found any of this amber. Actually, found this guy here that's harvest ready. So maybe we'll make a plan. And I've worked with amber before. I just can't remember what it does. Before the game was released, doing some early testing. What about you? Oh, you're also harvest ready. Oh. Okay, then. Maybe go up there as well. The other thing, I'm going to start going down. We'll build some ladders along this way. In a gas mask environment right there. Start to put in some fire poles, make it easy to get down. We'll start exploring the bottom of the space. We've got two Jawbows. One that's we're going to make tame. The other is giving us some Jawbow eggs. I don't know how many Jawbows to put in my tank, but I'll experiment with that going forward. But what about you? You're growing. You're growing. Okay. And maybe just end off with marking this to be harvested, marking that to be harvested. Put a little bit of amber in our inventory. I'll have a look at what it does again. Maybe that's what I'll be up to next time, unless I've got to fix something with this whole setup. You know what? I should have this scream at me once this is ready to be dealt with. Oh, do I have that technology? How do I not have that? Boom, that's the notification. Okay, let's definitely do that. Otherwise, I could forget about it. Hopefully someone's going to go over here. Now, this is thinning out the population of these little guys. So, though it has given me some amber. All right, let me just remind myself before I leave for the day what the heck I can do with this. You put it through this. This gives you resin. Resin, fossil, and sand. Okay. I guess the question, that's nice to have a little bit of sand, but what does resin do? Oh, you can send it to the polymer press for plastic. Okay. But I also wonder, don't I have an oil biome? Okay, so we'll, alright, definitely more investigation of that next time. Got to, make sure I don't lose all of these little guys to that plant, but I think we get a bunch of time. Anyway, big achievements. We have a Jawbow tank, currently 2 Jawbows in there. Let me just put that up like there for later on once I have a notification. Probably by the time the research and all that's done, this is probably going to be ready to move up, but whatever. Still don't know whether this system is at least going. Let's make sure that... Okay, whoa, what's happening here? Disabled by automation. No. Oh. That's weird. Disabled by automation. Thermoregulator. Even though I see a green. This is... I'm getting myself confused. I see what I just... Okay. What I actually... Okay, I need to redesign this. Okay, let's tear this down. Let's set this up. I should... let's test the automation over here. So we should have 12. 15. Whoa. A little aggressive. Though these guys are fine. How did we slip into more than 12? Current count 15. Huh. And this should be false. We don't want any more Pacus, that's for sure. So this guy can continue the run as much as they want for the time being. Let's patch that up. Here's the design I think is going to work. We've got 2 AND gates, so we're going to let this cool if we need cooling in here. And if the hydrogen is not cool, and the environment, or yeah, make sure the hydrogen isn't way too cold. Make sure this environment... 32. Maybe I just need a value of 30. Oh, but automation wire. Let's install that. Okay, maybe before I go, I should do a little work on this. So let's disable repair on this guy, take this guy out. This is my thinking. The machine itself is getting too hot. It's not necessarily an environmental problem. Can even notice much of a temperature change rate at that location. So I'm going to move it down here, and the thinking is if I dump a little bit of liquid on it, that's going to help it interact with everything in the area. Even put a granite tile right there. let's put in our single AND gate, at least on this side of things. Maybe do this type of thing. Cut that right there. Take this guy out. And, speaking of AND, we'll put in AND gate somewhere's here, just where we'll take the temperature, just to be safe. I wonder, actually, hold on, maybe, yeah, no, keep that. Now, I don't want too much liquid. It's a Jawbow that's been lulled by. We can take you back out. Take the temperature maybe like right there. Actually, that's perfect because that's in a little bit of liquid. Kind of keep our eyes on whether this is too warm or not. And have some power into this guy. Notice we're getting a little low on metal, nickel ore. Very low. Whoa. So that's interesting. Good work on keeping these eggs old-bide. Before I finish, I hope to check the carnivore achievement. Just curious where we've gotten on that. Now, the only thing is, these guys are going to have to slowly expire. You know what I might have to do for the time being? Maybe we'll make this like 30. And we'll do a bunch of attacking just so we can get some early access to meat. I think it's a good idea. I just, thermoregulator thing kind of threw me off. Jawbow egg, currently 88. Can do another incubation. Now I don't want to flood this guy, so it's hoping to get a very small amount of water or brine. Okay, we're having power issues. Are we out of hydrogen? Oh, we are out of hydrogen. Okay, nuts. Okay, maybe that's right. I think last time I was doing the incubator setup, we had Saturn critter traps. Now, luckily, we are getting down exploring. Don't see any Saturn critter traps, though, but okay, maybe we will just be patient. Let's take that Jawbow egg. Throw them in the water. I might have to turn this manually on and off every so often. That might mean that we have an issue running this thermoregulator, though. Okay, well, I'll complete this, and we'll see where we get. So yeah, we got our Pacu fillet. We'd think. Oh, I see. Go over here. Pacu fillet, make that forever for now. Be a little bit before we get the Jawbows. Maybe next time I come back, we'll be getting some Jawbow meat and being able to eat that. Okay, so let's just, I'll study this and see if I can get this going. All I needed to do was set this to be below 35. In fact, yeah, we'll keep it at that. Whoa, what happened here? I'm backed up. Oh, I think it's getting confused by this thing, maybe. And maybe that. That may have just done it in. That's the case, maybe it's simply popping and rebuilding. Single tile right there. Okay, we did that. Now, my concern is without liquid, this guy's going to not work that well. So we want just a very small amount of liquid in here. Okay, slow things down just a bit. Okay. Okay, so that's not flooded, but now it has this liquid to interact with the environment with. I'm hoping that's going to be much better. So running along, and we'll see if that is a good thing or not. Probably should put in this just because I'm definitely going to forget when I come back tomorrow. Check on this. We'll continue our path down, down, down. Fill in some of the mid-sections there. Now, a little bit low on metal. How am I doing for iron ore, though? Well, maybe we're okay with that. So we'll start that exploration. You're running. We've got our Jawbows. Haven't got any meat from it yet, but we will. Oh, and there's the... we've got 3 in there. We've got maybe a new egg. Okay, awesome. You guys are not crammed. I'm going to go with 3. Now, that may not be great in the end, but or maybe it will be, but I'll experiment. But the current problem, as I see it, is hydrogen. Lack of hydrogen. So probably exploration time is the perfect time to be doing this. Let's find some Saturn critter traps, make a crazy amount of hydrogen, and then move on. All right. Well, oh yeah, and the last thing I want to do is just show you where we are on the carnivore achievement, which I have no idea at the moment. 100,000, so we're quarter of the way. But we've got lots of critters, both here, and don't forget we've got this guy too. In fact, I now have to decide, do I... Uh-oh. What's up? Oh, we're out of water. Oh. Alright, so apparently one more action here. Why am I making... Oh, making that... Okay, never mind. Change the material. One high priority action, making this now out of shale. I think I had that as granite because I was trying to warm up this environment. This is not something that I want to think about after cycle 2, 3 when I come back. I want this done. Have this ready to go. So essentially, you're going to stop directing water to go in here. This means that we need sand in order to keep this thing going. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That needs to be reversed. Okay, let's take this and flip that along right there. Make that a priority. But yeah, we've got lots of water now. No shortage of that. But we do have a shortage of both metal and hydrogen. And I don't want to say a shortage of sand, but we're going through it pretty quickly. Maybe do that. We won't actually do the digging, but just have that set so that these guys will have some source of sand. But that's something I'll have to think about next time. The other thing that I'll have to think about is, do I throw you in a stable here so you can create more meat? Or do we give a bunch of meat now? Mush fry. Mush fry, we don't care about veggie poppers. There's not much in the meat menu at the moment. Maybe I'll leave you alone, and when I come back tomorrow, I'll decide what to do with this critter, as well as how to solve the hydrogen and just deal with a lack of metal. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you next time.